Hey everyone, welcome to a step-by-step guide that's going to show you how you can curl your hair perfectly. I'm going to show you different curls you can do with the same curling iron, and I'll show you how to make them last for a long time. Don't forget to rate this video, and let's get started. Dirty hair always curls better, so if your hair isn't dirty, make it dirty, or at least give it that texture by adding some hairspray. Once you can see the hair is kind of gripping itself, it's looking like it's standing on top of itself, that's how you know you're going to get good volume and your hair is ready to curl. Now, me personally, my hair reacts well to not washing it for a while. I go like 6 or 7 days without washing it, and I'm on day 4 if you can believe it. I'm going to add some cornstarch. This is my favorite hack for making my hair fresh again. I used to use regular aerosol dry shampoo, but I found out that there's alcohol and propane in that, and I think that's why it was making my hair fall out. And funny enough, when I massage this into the roots, the oil just absorbs the powder and the white is completely gone and my hair looks normal again. Now, before we actually put the hot iron to our hair, I want to make sure that all of the tangles are out of my hair. Now, I have thick, coarse hair that gets very, very knotted, so this is obvious for me. But for somebody who has thin, fine hair who might think that they can surpass this step, incorrect. This is really, really important to at least brush your hair, whether you're removing tangles or not. This is going to fluff up the hair and give you a better, more full hair result, as long as that's what you're going for. Once my hair is detangled, I'm going to section it off and pin it on top of my head. Don't worry about these little flyaways. This is postpartum hair regrowth. I'm very proud of it. So here is my curling wand. I love this thing. This is the only one I ever use. It's the perfect size. It's 1 1/4 inch, so it gives you really soft, beautiful curls. I used to try using curling wands, but what I like about this is you can wrap the hair around it without using that clamp. So you can use it like a curling wand, or you can use it like a curling iron. Now that the hair is sectioned, take a little piece. I'm taking a heavier chunk now. This is the heaviest amount of hair I recommend curling in one go. I like to give a bit more to the curling iron, and that way I get a softer wave, but if you want a more intense curl, use less hair than this. Now I'm going to show you a flat wrap first. What we're going to do is take the hair and put it at the base of the curling wand. Now this is the technique I want you guys to get used to. If you're a beginner to curling your hair, you want to take your 2 fingers, do a flat wrap. This is a very pretty curl, so you should learn this one. Pull the hair up over the curling iron and around, and as you do, pinch with your index and your thumb. Let me show you that again. So I'm going to take the hair, put it at the base of the curling wand, and take my 2 fingers, holding that hair with those 2 fingers in between the hair. Then I'm going to pull that hair up over the curling iron, and as I bring it around, I'm going to switch to my index and my thumb. Then I'm going to repeat by putting it between my 2 fingers, and as I bring it around, index and thumb. Basically do this until you wrap your hair all the way around the barrel. So each time that you wrap your hair around this curling iron, you want to make sure that you leave it there until it gets hot enough so that the hair has set in the shape that you've just put it in. So here what I'm doing is releasing the curl at the base, and this is because I wrapped this part of the hair first. And what I'm doing with the rest of the curl is just holding it in my hand while it cools, and then I'm going to let it go. And that's the first curl I wanted to teach you. That's called the flat wrap. It's one of my favorites, but there's another one coming up that I love a lot more. This next curl is super cool. I love this and it looks really pretty, especially with little sections. So I'm going to try this with a little section just to give you an idea of what this looks like. Now I'm wrapping it around the curling wand. This is very, very simple. You don't worry about making it flat. You don't worry about making it twisted. You basically just wrap it around. Very, very simple and easy for beginners. When you look at the curling iron, you see that there's space between each twist. Now, this is not just because there's less hair on the curling iron. Even if you put a lot, this is the way it's going to look because the hair is slightly twisted on the iron, which is going to give you a more wavy effect. This curl is really beautiful. It's very on trend, very relaxed and undone looking, especially after you sleep in it. It doesn't get crinkled and it doesn't get messed up. It actually looks really good after you've slept on it. So I like this a lot. You can see I'm wrapping a bigger section of hair this time because I simply put this section of hair around the iron without any fancy finger moves. It just twisted around the iron, and that's what's going to give it its beauty because it has this wonderful wave after. This is called the body wave. I really like mixing all different types of curls when I'm curling my hair, so I'm going to show you the last one, which is the most classic one. This is the one that you're probably going to get if you go to a salon at your mall and you ask for curls. This is probably how they're going to do it. It's not very on trend, it's a little bit old school and dated, but the good thing is it's easy, and depending on your hairstyle, it can look really pretty. You basically just wrap the hair underneath the curling iron and you wrap it up until it's completely hot and you let it go. So here are the different styles of curls I showed you guys how to do. Now you know how to do the flat wrap, you know the body wave, and of course the classic curl was always there. I personally prefer the body wave, but comment below which one's your fave. I love to run my fingers through the curls. You don't have to do this immediately after curling. It will naturally happen with movement, but I prefer a messier look, so I'll run my fingers through. Now I'm going to section off more of my hair, and I'm going to start working in different sections using different curl techniques. So I usually start with the flat wrap and I'll finish with the body wave technique, and that gives me a really cool effect. Now I usually touch the hair around my face a lot, so I'll always put hairspray there. To get the best hold, make sure you're holding your hair in there until it gets hot. You can just tell by touching it. If it's hot to the touch, that's time to take it out. So most people that I run into make a comment about my hair, and they often ask me how I got it like this, and I just say a curling iron. And most people tell me that they don't know how to curl their hair or it never stays. So I did all of the prep before this tutorial to show you guys how your hair can stay, and by curling your hair when it's dirty or making it dirty using hairspray, your hair is going to last so much longer. And of course spraying it after you put the curls in is going to help, but I think we all knew that. For my bangs, I'm doing it a little bit differently. I wrapped it around once and then I took it out, and then I'm going to wrap it the opposite way and continue doing this down the hair. It's going to give it kind of an S curve. This isn't something I'm really comfortable explaining because I don't really know how to do it perfectly yet, but I prefer the way that this looks for my bang area, so that's the best way I can explain it. And you can see here, it gives it a more relaxed but pretty face framing effect. I've only got a couple sections left, so I'm going to try and do the same thing on the other side of my bangs. This is not very easy to do, but I do have really long bangs, so that's why I have to do them a little bit differently. And once I'm happy with the way that they look, I'm going to finish up the last sections and hairspray my hair, and that's the completed look. Now, if you want to make your hair last a long time, again, follow the prep steps that I applied, and of course, add some hairspray once you're done. So here's my version. I like to wear my hair with hardly any hairspray and a really messy, lived-in, kind of frizzy look. This is my completed look, and this is how I wear my hair. Once I've curled it, I'll have it like this for days and days. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial, and most of all, I hope you enjoyed the before and after and learning how to curl your hair perfectly. I love you guys. Bye-bye.